Hello everyone, I'm Professor Geek. Welcome back to the channel. I made a video some time ago talking about, among other things, the Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I was talking about how Star Wars learned how to do this thing that they're doing, this method, and Disney, other parts of Disney are taking note, other companies are taking note, Sony's taking note. And they've learned how to be able to do whatever they want. They know how they can do however many She-Hulk series they want, whatever kind of ridiculous Book of Boba Fett series they want. They've learned how to do whatever they want and keep you from being any kind of threat to them. And how they do that is they throw you a bone. Now, in that last video, I was saying that it might be the or what did I say? Did I say it might be the Ahsoka series or something like that? Something else that Filoni and Favreau, are doing. Maybe what ends up being the bone they throw you. But it turns out it's the Andor show for most people. For a lot of people, that's the little bone they've been thrown, and it's insanely ridiculous how completely placated people are with it. Oh, Andor's actually really good. Andor's actually really good. You are nothing more. If you're one of these people, you're nothing more than a little purse puppy to Disney Marvel, to Disney Star Wars. You are a yippy little dog who growls, and you go on YouTube and you join in the comments with the other sections, and you yip 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 yip. You're no threat to anybody. You can't do anything to them because they know, they've learned. They just pull that little bone out of their purse and throw it to you in the corner. And then you go over there and you do your little dance and you wag your tail for it and you swirl around and you post a lot about it and you make sure you're tuning in each week, and then eventually you settle down in the corner, happy little yippy dog with the bone, and you happily chew your little bone, which lets them go back and continue doing whatever they want, whatever the next garbage Star Wars series will be or whatever. You are no threat to them. Absolutely no threat to them. It's adorable that people think they are. Oh, we're part of the movement that's, they don't like bad publicity. They don't like us going on YouTube and saying bad things about their shows. So they learned from it and they gave us something like an Andor. How many back and forths do they need to do for you to wake up? And it's not just that. It's not just because I've talked about that before, it's just absurd how people are just perfectly happy and just completely oblivious to the MO of these companies. They've learned to throw you the bone every now and then. Here, look, here's a Mandalorian. Yeah, shut up. Yeah, okay, great. Now we're going to do whatever we want to do, and everything's still canon, and the sequel trilogy is still at go, and Kathleen Kennedy's still here, and we're going, and everything's business as usual. You just think it's not. You just have some false hope. We're like, this is the way we change things, or whatever. Yeah, I've made videos about that before. What's even more ridiculous about this whole Andor thing is the things that people are saying in praise of this show. It's so cool. It doesn't even feel like Star Wars. It's so cool because it doesn't even feel like Star Wars. I'm sorry, are you a Star Wars fan? Are you looking for a Star Wars show? I don't want to go into a pizza parlor and order a pizza that tastes like chocolate. Oh, this is so unique. It doesn't taste like pizza. No, that's ridiculous. I want Star Wars, and then they come at you, and this is where they're coming from with that kind of thinking. It's played out. I mean, come on, Disney has tried so hard, and we're overloaded with Star Wars feeling stories right now, guys. Come on, we need to break from that. We need something fresh and new, and Andor's so new, it's just darker, and it doesn't feel like... False premise. Ridiculous assumption that you're basing that argument on. Nothing, absolutely nothing, is played out about the original wonderful story that Star Wars should be. Nothing is played out about that. You might have gotten tired of giving Disney chances because you just wag your tail and go right up to the counter each and every time they make an offering to see what they got now. You don't learn. But nothing's played out. We could have 1,000 great, wonderful, true to the universe Star Wars stories. And the EU proves this. The EU proves this because we've got a decade's worth of books, comics, and video games in an interrelated universe that told stories and continued stories and then looked at different stories and investigated different parts of the universe, but it all felt like Star Wars. For the most part, it was all truly what Star Wars should be. It all kept that honoring the true spirit of the story, which is the hero's journey. George Lucas creating the hero's journey, a visceral hero's journey for Luke Skywalker, and that's why it resonated so much. There's no playing out of that. There's Hollywood completely incapable of, for partly because they don't want to do it, but also partly because they've lost the ability to know how to tell good stories like that. There's them not being able to do it. That is not in any way a justification for you to say, well, all right, well, why don't they just try and give us something else? Yeah, still make it Star Wars, but just do something else then. You know, do something else then and call it Star Wars, so at least we don't have to put up with your... What is your obsessive addiction to having to consume new Star Wars content? Like I said, no one that I've talked to who likes the new stuff, no one has read every single EU book or played every game or read the comics. There's still a wealth, a mountain of wonderful Star Wars stories out there for you to partake of. It's not that you just need stories. Again, it goes back to what I said in my previous video, like the on the Henry Cavill stuff, that people just need community. They just want to feel like they're part of a community of fans that's talking about the current show, and they're tweeting about it, and then they go on YouTube to see what the YouTubers are saying about it, so they can feel like they belong. And hey, there's nothing wrong with wanting community, but what's wrong with it is when you let your need for community preempt or overtake your desire for good story. And well, I'm not. I think it is a good story. Nah, no, you don't. Internally, you're a human. Your human nature knows that's garbage. I'm not watching. I'm not reviewing Andor. Even if, let's say, the fact that people are saying it doesn't feel like Star Wars, even if I was interested in it, even if it didn't exist in Disney's current or whatever, the fact that people are saying, yeah, but it doesn't feel like Star Wars, that would turn me off immediately. But even let's say that it's actually, despite its, horrible handling of Star Wars nature, let's say it's actually a well-done story, just period. It's just a well-written story for whatever it is. That doesn't justify going and watching it and supporting it. In doing that, you're being a good little purse puppy. Let's just say it. You're Disney's biatch. Let's just take the analogy all the way there. You're being a good little puppy, and you're going off in your corner, and you're tucking those teeth away that you yipped and gnarled on your YouTube comment sections or videos or whatever. And now you're happy, and you're playing the game, and you're playing along. You're doing exactly what they want you to. You are absolutely no threat. These channels, as I said in my other video, who come out, with the several videos a day, and then here's the latest about Disney Star Wars, here's the latest about She-Hulk, here's the latest about Rings of Power. I don't even think these channel creators are the ones who are running the channels. I don't even think they actually believe they're doing anything. They just want the money, for the most part. Yes, there are some great channels out there who do talk about news and commentary or whatever who don't fall into this category. I'm not naming names, and I'm admitting that there are some people who aren't part of this. But the vast majority of them are, and I really do think they know they're out there to make money, so they're making money off of you, the idiot, angry fan. They're mocking you just as much as the She-Hulk series mocked you. And because you actually think that, yeah, by supporting this YouTuber, he said I'm one of him. He said I'm fighting the good fight with him. I'm even part of his Patreon, so that, we're fighting the good fight together. You think that actually works. You think that actually all of that attention that you are drawing to the show day in and day out, giving them fodder for playing into their narrative that you're just a sexist or you're just a whatever, you play into everything they want you to play into. You wonderfully serve them and their purposes. No, they don't like the bad press we give them. They don't care about your yippy little snarling over there, you little Pomeranian. You're nothing to them. You're nothing. It's adorable that you think that. They don't care. You keep talking about it, you keep pushing it, and then when you get thrown a little bone like Andor, oh, then you gotta, this one's actually really good, guys. This one's really good. That's scripted. They have written the script, and you are performing your part gloriously. So, you might as well be a producer at Disney. You might as well be. It just drives me crazy. And I didn't think I was even going to make a video about it, because, like I said, what's my one video going to do? Nothing. This phenomena is too far ingrained. People are far too addicted to going in and getting their outrage culture and then enjoying their little bones, because now's the part where we swing the opposite way, where people are starting to say things, guys, you can't be critical of everything. Guys, you gotta talk about the good stuff too. You gotta talk about the good stuff too, which again just plays into their little method of throwing you the bone. You're doing exactly what they want you to. Exactly what they want you to. A good review or a happy support of Andor is a happy support of She-Hulk, or a Book of Boba Fett, or whatever crap they're going to give you, and going to continue to give you after this. They've just placated you. And people think, well, so what? I get the bones. well, you don't, those bones aren't really a wonderful story. You should be getting that each and every time. But you've ensured that that will never be the case because you've told them, yep, you'll play ball with them. You'll play ball. Yep. So have fun in those dead spaces. It's frustrating. That's why, YouTubers like myself and other people don't do this. We don't go on there and, make sure we're covering every little story and making a video a week about this and that. When something sparks up, we will. I mean, you think about, I'm going to mention his name. I don't in any way mean to implicate him in that he agrees with me wholly, because I honestly don't know. He could be in vast disagree with me about a lot of these things, but I know I agree with him on a lot of the things. Young Ripa. He's somebody that built his platform for the sake of building a platform, and he did commentary on different things and whatnot, but he's not out there every day, and he's not insincere about it. He's not playing a game. He's not trying to get those clicks. He was building an honest platform and a sincere presence, and then he started creating his own stuff, and people, ate that up for it, So, something like that is where YouTube is still very useful. But unfortunately, these predatory channels who just want your clicks are going to feed whatever outrage. They're going to present it to you in whatever way they can just to get you enraged, to get you watching, to make sure you watch their next one, and make sure you join their Patreon, and make sure you do this, this, and that. It's just feeding the problem, and it's not going to go away. So if that's what you like, you better enjoy the heck out of Andor, because it'll be a while before you get anything else that you'll like. And the quality of them will start to decline too, because when they keep throwing you the bones and realize that works, pretty soon they're going to realize, we don't have to keep spending so much money on these bones. They would eat it if we did the meatless bones. They would still be happy with those, and they'll test it, and they'll figure out how far down they can go and how much less they can spend on it and quality they can put in just to keep placating you. But people won't get it. People just love their adrenaline rush and the little dopamine hit of the outrage, and then the joining in on, yeah, we like this one. Favreau's going to change it. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. I'll be back with more later. I am going to come back for a Halloween stream. Sound Engraver and I are going to both do a Halloween stream on Halloween night, a live stream, and I will be revealing the new anime that I started watching, and I'll be talking a little bit about some of the other animes that I liked, Naruto, My Hero Academia stuff, but I started watching a new one that, man, blew me away. So good. So I'll talk about that then, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you there if you don't have other Halloween plans, but until next time, keep enjoying and digging deeper into the true blue hero stories you love. Thanks for watching.